Hello guys, I was working outside but it started raining. It stopped, it started, it stopped, it started. So I decided to stop working outside and to build a bathroom wall. And it is the first time that I am installing a pocket door. It's not a supporting wall, so I don't need a crazy big headers or a beam for that. So a regular inside wall headers will suffice. And as you can see, I've made the wall with 2x6 simply because I like the bathroom to be soundproof a bit. So I will put some rock sole insulation in these walls so it will keep most of the sound of the bathroom inside the bathroom. And now I'm getting ready to install a pocket door. I've done installing the pocket door. It went pretty easily. I just need to be careful of making everything leveled so the door won't slide close or open by itself if everything is leveled, so you won't have any problem if you install it properly. But it is leveled, so I shouldn't have any trouble at all. So now I've started adding some thickness to my exterior wall, so I will be able to install a 6 inches insulation pad instead of a 4. But now I'm arriving at this wall, which I have 3 missing headers over the windows and the door. So before installing more 2x2 on the walls, I need to build up or frame headers. But I will start with this window. After that, I will update you. I will probably remove the door though to make the one over the door, because you can see how crooked it is. The plate is broken on top. So you can see that the plate should be over the beam, and now it's about 2 inches lower than the beam. So I will need to remove that door because I need to put a jack just on the right or the left side of this. It's not even a support. Look, there's a joint here. It's cut it there and it doesn't reach the top plate, and this is some kind of cheap wood. So basically that's why the door is so hard to close, because the exterior wall is crushing the door. So I will need to install a jack post here to lift all this section so I can install my 2 jack posts on the right side. And after that, I will be able to remove my jack and install the headers. Here it's at least it is a one piece 2x4, so it didn't sunk as much as this side. But I will have no choice but to remove the door to work on this header here. So I just hope that the 2x4 are not nailed too hard on the siding and on the aspenite on the exterior wall, because I don't want to damage anything there. And the little roof outside is probably nailed in these 2x4, so I don't want to remove them and see the little roof outside collapse and fall on the ground. I will show you what roof I mean. That little entrance roof here, of course, it's nailed a little further on the wall, not just on this. Actually, no, it's not nailed on this 2x4 here, so I should not have any trouble, but I will be careful anyway. So stay tuned, because I will update you very soon with the result about building these headers. Okay guys, the hole or the preparation is complete. Now my headers is done. So what I will do before doing it, I will just cut this piece on both sides, so the headers will go sit directly on the outside aspenite. Okay guys, as you can see, I've done 2 headers. Look already better, way more strong. Obviously still crooked because the house is crooked, so there's no much I can do about that. But at least now the headers are sitting on the foundation on the jack post, and the jack post sitting on the foundation, so at least it will stop going down and crushing the windows. So quick update here, guys. I've removed the fake headers and now I'm cutting nails. There's obviously the siding, the fences, the framing, the surrounding for the molding of the exterior of the door. So there's like a lot of nails. So yeah, I'm using the grinder because I don't want to rip off every nail, because it will take forever, and also because I will damage the outside siding. So for this reason I just use a grinder and I cut it flush with the wood. So now I can set my 2x4, my framing, my headers on top, and it will not damage the outside. Okay guys, quick update about my headers for the front door. I have one side of the jack done, and the other side, since as you can see there's just a bit of a piece of plate there, and the opening don't allow me to double the top plate underneath, because with the thickness of my 2x10 it will be too low, so the door will not fit. For this reason I've made the headers like the side of the door. I should have my jack post here, but because of the top plate being that awkward, I've decided to make my headers 42 inches long instead of the 35 that require, or 36 and a half required for the door width. And what it will me allow to do, or what I hope it will me allow to do, is like inserting one side of the headers on the jack post on the left side, and for the right side I will kind of temporarily install the headers and put my jack post or my adjustable steel post underneath. Try to rise this section a bit because it's way lower than the beam. So I will try to jack or to rise at least, like if you can see the other side, the top plate is matching the top of the beam, while in this side I am at least 3/4 lower than the beam. So I will try to lift that section or hold this headers thing from 3/4 of inch. I don't know if I will be able to do that, but this is the goal. And after that I will be mounting or installing my jack post in place instead of building it on the floor and installing it as a one piece. I will build that on the wall, so this way I will be certain that my jack post will be tight. And I cannot cut it right now because I don't know what height I will be able to reach, so I don't know what length I need to cut it. So now I will mount the headers up there and I will try to install it as high as I can. And because of the weakness of the top plate, I've made it triple. And yes, I know I will not have much room for insulation because my wall will be like 2x6 thick, which is in reality 5" and 3/8, and this thing is 4.5" thick. So I will have like not even an inch of insulation. But this is a situation where I need to compromise some of the insulation to make it stronger. And obviously the structure of the house, especially on the front wall and the rear wall, need to be optimized so there's no collapsing, there's no sinking, and there's no moving at all, especially over a door like that. So this is the reason why I made it triple. Okay guys, so finally I figured out that it would be easier to build my jack post on the ground and install it afterward. It will work fine. The only thing I'm not sure about if this little piece of plate down there might be not long enough, so I might have to extend it. But I will see. I will build my jack post, and after that I will install it and see what kind of gap I have down there. Okay guys, my door is ready to insert. The headers is built. I have a double jack on this side. I don't, because of the flimsy top plate. So this way it's very solid. So I've put two screws here so I don't drop the door outside and break it. I put two shims down there, so now it will be leveled and it will be raised a bit, so I will be able to put some insulation underneath, because before that it was just sitting on a plywood, so there was basically no insulation whatsoever under the door. So yeah, now what I will do is I will center it in the hole between the outside siding, and I will shim accordingly, because as you can see it's a bit thick, or the space between my door jamb or my jack post and the siding, it's thicker. I have about 1.5 inches of loose, while before it was pretty tight. It was too tight to adjust the door correctly. So now I will have plenty of room to adjust the door at the right position and install it so it closed properly, because before it was crushed by the top plate. This is it guys, the header is installed, the door is installed, and I know it's crooked. It's because everything's crooked. I raised the right side of the headers as much as I could, so the door fit well. I have a double jack, so the door won't get crushed by the weight of the walls anymore, and the door is perfectly leveled and it's opening like it never opened before. It's super easy and it's working like a door is supposed to work. And I also installed that little tiny wall here because I will need to reinstall that patio door, simply because the other side it's not winterized, it's not insulated properly. So I need to keep the cold outside in winter and the hot air outside in summer. So now that all the headers are done, I will jump back to installing 2x2 on the studs like I've did on this side, so I can install 6 inches thick insulation. So stay tuned for the next update.